Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Chantel Stuff. It's your girl, Audra Chantel here, your hostess with the mostest, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, share with anyone and everyone. Listen, today I'm all kinds of excited because I'm off work. So I scheduled this day off and I'm just all kinds of excited about just anything. You know how I am. I get very excited easily. And all it takes is something very small. But guess what? That keeps me all lifted and I think that keeps me living longer. Let's just say that. I could be making up some stuff. But if I am, that's all right too. On today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my adventures and all that kind of stuff on what I have today. You might get more than one video out of me today because I do plan on going out a little bit. I did cancel, some stuff for today because I was thinking it's cold. Sister not going to want to go out because it's only going to be 12 degrees and all that. So after canceling my nail appointment, all that kind of stuff, getting them dipped, just strengthen them, no length or anything like that. But I decided I think I'm going to go out anyway because I don't want to sit up in the house by myself all day long. And, I just kind of feel like going out. So I'm going to do it. Anywho, today I did want to mention something like, I don't know, kind of like challenge you or just, I don't know, let's talk a little bit, just a little piece here. One thing that I do when I am counseling or coaching people about saving or eliminating debt, I like to open their eyes. I like to open their eyes to where they're spending their money, right? Actually, I like to open their eyes to where you're blowing it, right? Because that's what we need to look at. A lot of people say, I can't eliminate debt. I can't save. I don't have anything to save. I don't have any money, to eliminate debt. After I get done with all my bills and everything, money is adios, is gone, right? It is out of here. Well, I'd like to say, hey, I like to beg to differ, right? Let's look at your spending habits. Let's see what you're spending your money on, and not let's just pull it out of your mind. Let's think, because we always forget something, right? Maybe a few things, because I can tell you what, whenever I'm trying to pull things out of my mind and just do things right from the mind like that on, where I spend my money, I'm always forgetting something. The truth is going to be in the pudding. So let's get to the pudding. So let's go into that account. Let's look at, that debit card spending, that Visa card spending, whatever kind of credit card you have. Let's look at where you are doing your spending in the history, right? So I always have them, hey, let's just look at this month, right? Let's just look at a month. We don't want anybody having heart attacks in here. Let's just look at a month and see what you've been spending for a month on things outside of your budget, right? On those things that you have simply just been blowing your money on, right? So let's take a look at it. I'll have them pull up their accounts. I'll have them listen. So it's something about me and just handwriting things out. Now I do things on the computer and flip my screen around so they can see that, and I'm typing things in. But to me, that's still like getting it down, in real life. Let's look at some real numbers, right? So we're gonna be, looking at it on the screen, or we're gonna be writing it down on paper. Whichever way you do it, let's just look at some real numbers. When I have them do that and they actually go through their history, some people, it is amazing, the amount that you are blowing monthly and that you see. I've had, clients and members that were actually blowing up to like $1,500 a month. I'm going to keep it on the lower average side because people usually average that I coach and counsel with about anywhere between like $350 and $425-ish in what they're blowing a month. So we're going to look at $425 today. When we look in that history, they're spending money on, let me tell you, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all those people making big dollars because people are really spending a lot of money on that stuff. I mean, literally, you might, if you drive to the place yourself, you probably spend 50 cents in gas, and you're probably only going to spend $8 on your meal. But if you do it through one of those services, which if you want to do that, that's fine, do it, but just work it into your budget and work extra or do something extra to have extra money to do it with and not take from, something else. But anyway, so those people are making, like, I don't know, you'll be spending instead of that $8.50, you're going to spend like $38.50 on that service just for somebody to bring that to your door. So you don't have to go out to, Texas Roadhouse or Red Lobster, or, now I'm going big. You're really going to be spending a lot more if you go there. But McDonald's, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, Wendy's, Culver's, KFC, name it. It's all these different places that you like to get your little fast food from every now and then. But whatever the reason, you don't want to go out yourself. You're using that service. You're spending a lot of money on it. Just so you're aware, of what you're doing. Hey, pay attention to where that money is going. Look at it. That makes you aware of where your money's going. People are spending, lots of money on, just entertainment, different things like that. They're spending way more at the liquor store than they thought they were, or, because, you're intentionally spending, but you just don't know how much you're spending when you're not keeping track of it, right? When you're not looking at it. Most people blow most of their money on food, like out to eat and stuff like that. So it's mostly that. Some people are kind of shopaholic type people, and they hit a lot of online stuff. They're doing a lot of that. Some people that are, big time gamers spend a lot in those gamings and all of that kind of stuff. But whatever it is, we're looking at all of this stuff that's not in the budget that our money did still go out on, whatever it is. So when we get to that number, usually it's around, like I said, that 350 or that 425. But if we're looking at 425, I have them say, listen, let me show you. $425 a month is what you're spending, what you're blowing money on. We just discussed that. Hey, I'm just literally just blowing that money. You take that. I have them take that. I said multiply that times 12. So now you did that for a month, but let's say you've been doing this all year. I don't know how many years you've been doing it, but let's just say you've been doing it for 12 months. Take that and multiply it times 12. That's $5,100, right? So $5,100 you have blown in a year on crap. Just crap. It didn't benefit you any. I mean, you don't have anything to show for it. And it blows your mind. I'm like, you could have been boosting your savings. You could have been eliminating your debt. You could have been paying off college, loans. You could have been student loans. You could have been paying off. Listen, you could have been doing all kinds of things. You could have been putting that down payment for that house, in the savings. You could have been doing so many different things. You might be driving around in a beater still. And there's nothing wrong with driving around in a beater when you're taking care of all your other, responsibilities and obligations. And once that stuff is done, then you start saving to get, the vehicle you want. But you could have been saving for a vehicle. You take that $5,100 and multiply it times 3, because most of us have been blowing money more than 3 years. But let's just say 3 years. You just said 3 years I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to stop all that spending on that because, hey, in my budget, I've already set aside money to spend on little things that I do want to, do for entertainment and, things I do want to do for, just to reward myself for how I want to shop or how, we usually set aside, and well, I did advise when you do your budget to set aside money for that, just so that you don't go cold turkey and, you don't try to cut yourself all the way off and then binge. Anyway, so usually we have that set aside, but we're spending on top of that most of the time, just all on top of that. But if you take that 5,100 and you multiply that times 3, that is $15,300. $15,300 in 3 years. Once vehicle prices get back to where they should be, you can buy a pretty decent vehicle with that amount of money, right? That is huge. That's like a third of a down payment, depending on how much you want to spend on the purchase of your home. That is a lot of power. I tell people what you're doing is transferring your power to somebody else. Why would you give your power up to somebody else? That amount of money a month to be able to reach your goals is very powerful. That is huge. That amount of money monthly could make you debt free, financially free, financially stress free, right? You can accomplish some of those goals you've been, sitting around thinking about that you haven't really written out a plan and started to work towards because you felt like I don't have it. But a lot of times we do have it. Even when me and my husband made the well, when we went all the way down through the economy crash, we had no listen, it wasn't even room to blow nothing. But before that, when things were going, well, and we weren't making as much as we're making now, but we were still making a consistent income. We had a consistent paychecks coming in and all that kind of a deal. We looked in our history and we were spending, and when I say between 350 and 425 is a really good number, because back then, even when we were making that kind of money, not a whole lot, we still were blowing about that amount. And when we looked at what we were blowing it on, it was like, I'm talking about $425 a month, if not more, on food. Really, it was out to eat and stuff like that, and just random crap that we were out there getting. I'm sorry, I told you I call stuff junk, crap, whatever. No disrespect for what I'm talking about at the time or whatever, but anyway, so we were really just blowing it on stuff like that, and then random things that you purchase that you never use, or you get one use out of, and you don't even touch it again. But anyway, I said all that to say this: I challenge you to look into your finances, look into your history of that debit card, of your credit card spending, your monthly spending, and calculate, what you're spending outside of your budget. Calculate what you're actually just blowing, even if you're blowing it on someone else. I have one client who she gives, really, she's giving it, but she just doesn't have it to give, but she's doing it anyway. So it is blessing somebody, but it's cursing her, because she can't eliminate her debt, and she's she has quite a bit of debt that she wants to get rid of. So, but she's giving away about $300 or plus a month, and that's just included in what she's blowing, what's going out her window a month. But she's giving that amount plus, to somebody else, to just helping them and helping them and taking them on trips and doing things like that, and spending time with them, shopping with them, and things like that. And so sometimes you're actually giving it away, but you really don't have it to give away once you look at the numbers, because you're in the negative, right? So you have to I challenge you, go in, look at it, and take your power back, right? Stop just giving your power away to everybody else. Stop giving your money away to everybody else, and focus on you, your family goals, your financial needs, and attack, that debt with vengeance, attack those savings plans with vengeance. Go in and just work it out. I'm not saying don't reward yourself. Yeah, you should, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Why not? You should, but budget for it, make sure it makes sense, and heck, take your power back, man, and not, blow your money all kinds of things. So that was my little tip for today. I challenge you to get into those finances, see what you're blowing, do some math, and see how much that money that you are blowing can benefit you, and change your mind. Change your lifestyle, change what you're doing, put a plan together to utilize that money, take that power back, and use that power somewhere else. Right? On one of my videos, I don't know which video it was, but I was talking about giving, and I mentioned the scripture. Let me just tell you how I mangled it. So sorry. No disrespect, intended anywhere. I was trying to say, give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measures, pressed down, shaking together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. And whichever measure ye meet withal, it shall be met unto you again. That's what I meant, and that's what I was trying to say. You all understood and knew what I was trying to say, because I was talking about working the principles of God, and about giving, and how my husband and I, what we do in the community, and how we give, and all that kind of stuff. I went into a whole lot, not getting ready to recap the whole video. But I did want to say that, not to redeem myself, but out of, respect and honor, so I did want to say that. And I need to watch that, because I get to quoting stuff and all that. First of all, I don't have that kind of memory to be remembering all that stuff, so I'm not going to remember it all, so I need to be careful. But some stuff, if it's movie stuff and, like stuff that I've heard on TV or something like that, some kind of, cartoon or some kind of show or something, I'm going to quote in part on a whole lot of stuff, and then assist a little bit on the older side. So we do a lot of referencing, like, old movies and stuff like that. It just comes out of us, I like it. It's funny, all that. So, I'm going to be doing, some of all that or whatever. But I just want to say, hey, sorry. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. If I did, sorry. Like I said before, we're nobody's perfect. None of us out here perfect, on here perfect, out here perfect. Whatever you're doing, you're not perfect. You're going to do some stuff that, you're going to make, bad decisions, and you're going to, misspeak and all that kind of stuff. But what matters is if you get it right? And even if you don't come back and say exactly what needs to be, said, because you just don't know, at least say that, hey, I'm sorry, I said this. I don't really even know all of it right now, but sorry that I said something that was incorrect, right? Whatever, sorry that I offended you, whatever. And I'm big on that. I'm really big on that, because if I know I did something to hurt you, or something to offend you, or something like that, I'll get it right? Even if I don't know and you bring it to my attention, and when you bring it to my attention and it's brought to my attention, not when you attempt to bring it to my attention, I still don't know, I can't do anything about all that kind of stuff. But if you bring it to my attention and I know, I'm just going to get that right with you. Even if I can't remember, or I didn't mean anything in a derogatory way or in a hurtful way, or, didn't mean to do that, I'm going to still get it right with you, because it matters to me, right? I think that, I should be responsible for what I say. And if it did that was to somebody, I would definitely get it right. I've gone back. Hey, I even tell my own babies, listen, Mom, sorry. I did not mean to hurt you. I'm sorry, and let's heal from this, and let's move on, because that is not my intention. I want to lift up. I want to love and build and pour into people positive, good things, fun things, exciting things, not pain and sorrow and hurt. We got enough of that in the world than for me to get on here or anywhere out here in the world and just attacking people and hurting people and don't even care about what I say and do, and, don't have any type of regard for people's feelings and things like that. Not me, not this sister, because let me tell you something. I'm going to give you what I want somebody to give me. So I want people to respect me that same way. So that's what you're going to get out of me too. So on today, I think later on, like I said, you might get another video out of me today. I'm really thinking that I'm going to go ahead and take my little tripod and stuff with me anyway, just in case. I really want to learn how to vlog now I do okay, like at Walmart and stuff like that, because like I said, I'm a naturally loud person. I be embarrassing my family all the time, my kids and my husband. So talking in Walmart and stuff like that, I don't really care. Like people, I might look a little strange or something like that, or somebody's looking at me or whatever. But I don't feel uncomfortable talking. So, but in a restaurant, let me tell you, when I tried to vlog the first time in a restaurant, I felt like, oh my gosh, it was different, because I guess maybe because it was less going on. It was, people talking and all that kind of stuff moving around in there, but it wasn't like being out at a freaking wide open Walmart or whatever, because people were looking at me like, what is she doing? Like whispering into I said, okay, I'm not trying to make their experience bad in the restaurant, make them uncomfortable and stuff, because I'm in here, vlogging or whatever, and they think maybe I'm stalking them or something, or I have them on my camera or whatever. So, but I need to learn how to do that in a way that is comfortable for me and my surroundings, or people around me or whatever. So I don't know if that can't even happen that way, but I just want to learn how to do it, just get more comfortable with it. It's probably where I'm going to be at with that, really, because people's probably just still going to look at me strange, when I'm out there doing that, even though people do that a lot nowadays. That's just kind of the thing that you see. But anyway, so I'm going to probably just have to get used to it. Yeah, just used to being a little in little odd situations like that sometimes, just feeling a little bit different. So I don't know. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I'm just gonna go after it because that's how I am. That's what I do. I did want to also, say today, enjoy yourselves. Do whatever it is you do. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time with it, and do whatever you do in excellence. Always work hard and towards the best and being the best you can be. Always add value to yourself. Continue to increase yourself. Continue to move forward. Listen, keep your hand to the plow. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't give up on your goals. Just keep moving forward. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Me and doing YouTube. I've been talking about doing YouTube for some years. My daughter was like, "Oh, Mom, I'm just so glad to see you doing this. Like, it just encourages me and helps me move forward." She says some of those kind of things, but heck, just watching her and my other kids just go after life the way that they do and just being them encourages me. I really look at them and say, you know what? If they can keep moving forward, I can too. So they encourage me and help me as much as I'm helping them. But I said that to say this. I'm just, Lord willing, gonna go after everything it is that I want to do in life and I feel led to do. And I encourage you to do the same things. You can do it. You can make it. I'm your cheerleader. I'll be over here singing my good job song that I used to sing to my little kiddos in Sunday school. Let me tell you. And in the after school program I used to volunteer at too. I even worked for them too. But anyway, I used to sing good job whenever they did something good. They knew when it was time to sing because I would scream, "Good job!" And we would say, "Good job, good job, good job, good job." GOODJOB. Good job, good job. All right, so kind of mangled the end of it just a minute in my mouth when I was saying the D and the J. But anyway, DJOB is what I was trying to say. I told y'all how my mouth, it say what it want to say when it want to say it, how I want to say it. Like every time I think that I'm going to say something smooth, it's not coming out that way. That's why I make up a lot of crap. But anyway, I'll be singing that good job song for you. Sing that good job song for me. You know what? Maybe I'll attempt it again one more time I gotta redeem myself because I messed that up right there. But anyway, it's good job, good job, good job, good job. GOODJOB, good job, good job. Booyah, good job. See, that's so I'll be your cheerleader. Let me just tell you. I'll be in your corner. I used to even sing that song at the basketball games for the kids, at the soccer ball games. I had the parents on the sidelines singing it. It's just crazy. I ended up having one of my old Sunday school. Now, this made me feel a little bit old. Just a little bit, but it was okay. It was still good. It made me laugh and feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, too. But one of my old Sunday school kids is... I did a loan for her, and she was encouraging me, and she put in, I think it was either a text message or email, but she referenced that song. I was like, oh, she remembers that song from church all those years ago. It made me feel good. Heck, she's grown and has a child now, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I even had your little sister in my class and everybody just, I'm like, oh my gosh. But for her to remember that song and to, come back and encourage me with the dang song made me feel good. So I was excited, but just be encouraged, move forward, just continue to move forward in life. Do what that is that makes you feel good, right? Whatever that is, do that and do it to the best of your ability. Have a phenomenal day. Have a phenomenal weekend, because we're on a weekend right now. Enjoy that weekend. Have fun, and I will see you on the next video. Deuces.